Hi guys, so right now I'm at Pavilion and we are here to attend the official launch of the BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe. Alright, so out here you see there are these 4 camouflage cars, 2 of which that I showed you earlier in a previous video. Now let me just take this opportunity to bring you guys up close with the car. So this example here, this is designed in collaboration with Inca, which is a collaborative effort with grassroots organizations and artisans in Malaysia. Alright, and this design, well, according to the description, it merges traditional floral and geometrical based motifs inspired by the Malaysian batik. Okay, so it's a very interesting and unique take to the typical what do you call it, camouflage designs used by car makers to disguise their pre-launch prototype cars. So BMW has turned it around into a bit of a marketing tool, and they have also collaborated with all these organizations and bodies to promote a cause. So like you see behind there are these batik prints that this organization Inca have created. So this one here, this is in collaboration with Canoe, and this is a homegrown brand, okay, that sets out to promote better living throughout their design and production process, ensuring that everyone involved from the beginning to the end process benefits from it. This is an advocate of zero waste ethical wear, and this design, it's what they call a hand-stamped batik print representing a starry night and hope in darkness. So this is the you can see this is the sample of their fabric, and that over there was the one that I saw earlier, one of the 2 that I saw earlier. This is with Community Tukang Jahit, a special enterprise that empowers B40 women communities, mostly single women, single mothers, OKUs, stay-at-home moms, help them upskill their own talents, and so that they can make a living. Okay, and so during MCO time, they taught their community of home-based tailors to sew washable, reusable, and face masks for use in by the frontliners. Okay, this design here from Community Tukang Jahit is inspired by Kak Azi, a founding member with KTJ for almost 2 years, and well, KTJ celebrates her commitment and determination as a woman of the household through the design. So the woman with the face mask represents empowerment. Okay, so that's the woman with the face masks, and while the tigress and her cub are embodiment of a mother's love. So I see the tigress there, and that's the cub. This here, this is from Changi Designs. This is they're from Sabah, and yeah, so it's the creation of 2 mothers from Sabah. Well, they started off making craft for their own kids, but eventually it grew to a project that helped mothers from villages with vocational training and job opportunities. So we are still waiting for the launch event, but as I stand here, more details have emerged from BMW. Now I can confirm that the 2 Series Gran Coupe will be locally assembled. Thus far, there's also only one mention of only one variant, which is a 218i M Sport, powered by a 1.5 liter 3-cylinder engine with 140 horsepower, and what you call it, and it's mated to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission, driving the front wheels, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour about 7.9 seconds. So yeah, so you can see this is M Sport trim, and it has also been confirmed that this car has autonomous driving, so autonomous driver assist functions. So it has auto braking, it has lane keep assist. All right, so now we're waiting for the launch, then we can check out the interior as well as well, an undisguised car that we can better show you its design. Okay, so we just completed the launch gimmick of the 2 Series Gran Coupe, and we should on a tour of the cars. So pricing, it's been confirmed that they are only offering one variant of the 2 Gran Coupe. That's the 218i M Sport with a 1.5 litre 3-cylinder engine. Pricing is 211,000 ringgit with ongoing SST exemptions. So one of the first things, all right, when I first saw pictures of the 2 Series Gran Coupe, one of the first things that caught my attention was that in pictures the rear looks rather bulky. The camera Gen 10 seems to have amplified the rear bulk of the car, but now seeing it in person, the proportions of the car actually don't look too bad. It looks quite natural. Looks like a decent, 3-box sedan, but with a bit of a fastback profile. Maybe it's the M Sport kit, okay, that helps reduce the visual bulk of the rear. And this is interesting. This blue here is interesting. Now in person, as I see this, right, as I look at this in person, there's a greenish tinge to it, a greenish hue to it, but on camera, this looks like it looks like just a normal blue. Okay, so very interesting color of this car that you see here. The camera doesn't really capture it properly. Okay, this one is the red color, and that's the white. Inside there's the other launch car, which I will show you later. That one is what they call the storm blue color. So let me just show you here. This car has the boot open. The boot space looks good. Okay, looks like decent boot, and the boot floor is level with the bumper. So you lift this. Wow. Okay, this looks like this is a full car cover inside there. 2 car covers inside there. So it's a big compartment. Okay, inside here there's a netted compartment here as well. 12-volt socket. Seats have split folding. And we'll come inside here. Okay, Abang Nizam, tumpang tanya sikit. Yes. Macam mana you duduk kat belakang sana?
Belakang aja, I measure dulu
You berapa tinggi, bro?
176.
176. Yeah. Okay. Ada sikit ruang there.
Kaki dah sampai kat.
Okay, so the thigh support. Okay, so you can see here the seat doesn't go all the way to the back of his thigh, but knee room looks okay. Tapi selesa tak?
Okay lah.
Boleh duduk pergi Penang ah? Boleh ah?
BMW mesti okay punya.
Mesti okay ah? Okay. So there's one thing you can see right over there, right? This is the third brake light. Okay, this is the third brake light. They curve the roof back up there to give the side passengers a bit more room. So that's good. That's a good touch. And so you can see. So the middle passenger seat belt, it has the secondary buckle here. You can retract this when you fold the seats. Let me just see how though. Okay, so there's this latch here. You pull this to bring the seat down. 40-20 split folding, very good. Okay, and you can see it is a seamless floor, quite flat as well. And let me see, how do you fold this one down? Alright, so you pull this here to fold the rear passenger seats down, and you bring this down here. Alright, so you can unbuckle this to retract this seat belt so that it doesn't come down as well. Alright, but let me just sit in and try out the seat myself. So I'm 170 centimeters tall. Yeah, well, this much of headroom, just enough. Knee room is good, but the what you call it, thigh support is quite average, to be frank. All right, and but it's decently spacious enough at the back here, to be honest. And we look here, got rear aircon vents, 2 USB-C ports here. This is the door card. So inside this trim here, they've included ambient lighting in this trim. There's a rather large speaker panel, this one, and got nice door pockets. This whole length of the door is used as door pockets. Strangely enough, there's no grab handle like this. That's typical of German cars. They've used this sort of grab handle, but it's okay, it works. Now we go to the driver's side. Okay, electric seat adjustment, memory function. Okay, I forgot to highlight, frameless doors, lock and unlock button, as you would expect, it's not present over there. And so inside here you see this is a conventional analog cluster, but it's all blacked out, so you don't when it's all blacked out when the engine's off, so you have to start the car before you can see the full display of the instrument cluster. Okay, it's similar to what we saw in the 320i. It's similar to what we saw in the X1 recently. So here, this is the iDrive screen, and wow, this is actually a soft touch material. There's a rubbery feel towards it. Okay, I like the way it contrasts with this pattern here. All right, this grain plastic. Okay, so this is another this trim here, also this trim insert here is also an interesting one, where it flows here and it curves up at the instrument cluster. All right, and that is mirrored over here this side as well. So here the switch is the headlight switch. And okay, now this one, wow, this is interesting. So here, this is, you look at this side, right, this looks like one of those cheap gray plastics, but as it goes here, you see it develops some texture here as well. I think in some markets this plastic piece here is meant for you to up spec to a higher trim if you pay a bit more money. Same thing here. I think BMW could have spec'd a slightly higher grade plastic, because I like this transition, you know, from smooth to textured plastic. Let me just bring you closer in. All right, yeah. So you can see the transition there. Okay, but I think they should have used a slightly higher grade plastic here. Okay, this is the aircon control, this is the climate control panel, this is the infotainment control panel, the radio for the radio switch. So typical BMW, you touch this the memory button, it shows you what it's for. Okay, and down here, wireless charging tray, and there's a rubber piece here that holds your phone there. USB port, 12-volt socket, cup holder, gear selector panel. This is from the 3 series. Alright, start stop button, drive mode control, iDrive panel. So this is fully utilized. And up here, I think this is the digital key, right? So, oh yes, okay. So inside here, this is the center console box with a USB-C port in there as well. Okay, I'm going to start the engine. show you. So this is the instrument cluster. All right, this is the iDrive, and yeah, so you can press the BC button here to cycle through, well, the displays. This is the same concept of instrument cluster as we saw in the 320i as well as the X1, but the execution is slightly different. So you have here, this is the speedometer, tachometer. There is a sort of split level to segregate the dials from the screen. So here you have, this is the M Sport steering here as well, and overall quality here is decent quality. It's solid, but actually for the price it doesn't feel that expensive, to be frank. And wow, okay, honestly, this is a bit of a surprise. This gap here between the door and the B pillar is a bit too big for my liking. So inside here, this is another car. This one is what they call Storm Grey. All right, and this one shows you the lights switched on. This looks like the same grey as they have in the 8 series, the M850i. So here you can see the BMW 1.5 liter turbo engine, 3 cylinders, mounted transversely, driving the front wheels. And you can see these are the cooling fins of the LED headlights. So allow me to bring you to the back and show you the lighting signature from the back here as well. So this one, it has that woman's shoe shape, in my opinion. I think similar to what we saw in the 1 series as well. So here, yeah, there's this gloss black strip that runs across the boot and slightly spills over into the fender. Okay guys, so here you have it. This is the BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe 218i M Sport, priced at 211,000 ringgit. So it's cheaper than a 3 Series, and well, competitors at its segment include the A-Class sedan as well as the Audi A3, but the 2 Series Gran Coupe right now is the only one in this segment to be locally assembled. So price wise, it's quite aggressive from BMW. They have brought the entry level pricing of a BMW, well, sedan even be lower than a 3 Series. So this would be a great product to conquest new customers for the brand. The only question is, at this price point, the Volkswagen Arteon now is actually a bigger car, a more powerful car, and also feels no less premium on the inside.